questions. Hello! I have the Dreadlocks tag here in front of me. There are 20 Dreadlocks questions. Those of you that have stalked through my past videos or who have maybe been subscribed to me for a very long time will know that I've actually answered these questions before, but it was a very long time ago and it's the most awkward video I think I've ever seen. I'm like scared of the camera and it's not pleasant to watch. So I want to redo it because I think these Dreadlock questions are still relevant, they're still fun, they're still interesting, and lots of people haven't seen that old video and I would far prefer them to see this one versus that one. If you're really interested in the old one, I will link it down in the description and maybe you can compare my answers to see if maybe they've changed over time, but I'm not sure. I haven't answered them yet. Let's see. Okay, so the 20 questions, so I'm going to have to go through them quite fast so that this video does not last 4 hours. Question 1! Do you remember the specific moment you decided you were going to dread your hair? Where were you and how did you feel? How did I feel? I felt all warm inside. I don't remember the specific moment that I wanted to have dreadlocks. It was a long time ago. I don't think there was a moment where I was like, dreadlocks are the answer. But they are! I'd had long hair for a while before and I took care of my hair. It was girly and conditioned because I was like, if I'm gonna have long hair, I'm gonna look after it. Or maybe that was my mother saying, if you're gonna have long hair, you're gonna look after it. Because I was really into metal and rock music and you know, all those metal people with the music that goes like this. You need long hair for that. And so I had long hair and people were mistaking me for a girl, and that's not really what you want when you're a 13, 14-year-old guy. You don't want to be mistaken for a girl. So I thought dreadlocks were the answer. I was really into the band In Flames. The lead singer had dreadlocks, you know, the two things came together. And after a lot of nagging my parents, eventually I got dreadlocks. Question 2! What method, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? I used, well, I didn't personally. I went to a salon and they started my dreadlocks with backcombing and wax, which I would not recommend. People who followed my blog for a while will know that all of that length had to be removed as soon as it grew long enough to be, you know, removable. So it's not recommended, but it is a fact that that is how my dreadlocks were originally started. Question 3! How old are your dreadlocks? At the time of uploading, we are between update 80 and 81, so they're like 80.5 months. In May of 2014, we're in 2014, right? Yeah, depends when you're watching the video. But in May of 2014, they will be 7 years old, and considering that at that time I'll just be soon 22, 7-year-old dreadlocks and a 22-year-old guy, it's a significant portion of my life. Question 4, what is the length of your longest dread and shortest? Are you gonna really make me measure? Of course you are! So I have a thing. Longest one, where are you? You, longest dread, you have been chosen. Measuring, 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 done! It is like 20 inches long, which is about 51 centimeters for people that use real measurements. And my shortest dreadlock, here we go. Measuring, measuring, done! It's like 9 inches, or in real measurements, about 22, 23 centimeters. So there you go. The more you know. 5. Do you have any dreads that are any dreads that are especially unique, strange, or awesome? They are all especially unique, strange, or awesome. If I was to pick out some especially, we'd have to go for this one, which has arms and legs and can do a little dance, and you probably think I've gone insane, but yeah, this 4-person Congo. Or the really now very ugly dyed one, which should probably be burnt in a fire. This one. 6! How many dreads do you currently have? Is that the same number that you started with? I currently have 38, 39. Somewhere in between. How does he possibly not know one or the other? Because some are kind of in the baby stages at the back, so whether they're classed as full dreadlocks yet, I'm not sure. So like 38, 39. It is different to the number that I originally started with, because I originally started with 72. I don't have enough fingers to count to 72, but yeah, that is obviously a lot more than 38, 39, but that's because they're Congoed, such as this example that I showed previously, which 4 have now become 1. 7. What shampoo or other products do you use on your dreads? The only things I use on my dreads are shampoo, unless you count things made from essential oils, but I use the shampoo from Rocking Locks at this exact moment in time. 8. How often do you wash your dreads? Every 2nd to 3rd day is dreadlock washing time. For all you skeptics out there, yes, I shower in between days. It is possible to shower without washing your hair. 9. Do you do any regular maintenance on your dreads? No, I don't do anything. I sometimes dread ball the front hairs here, so when I have little baby hairs that are really annoying and falling in front of my face and like little tiny emo fringe in front of one eye, I will wrap those around my finger or something and push them somewhere, and I will sometimes play with loose hair, but nothing specific. I don't sit down and go, dreadlocks maintenance time begins now! And then I sit there and watch my clock and work on them and use a specific technique. I don't do that. 10. What are your favorite beads or decorations? My favoriteest one is this one from Naughty Sleeves. It is a little Mario mushroom, so my inner Nintendo nerd comes out and I'm like, Mario power up, and it's gonna get super big. So yeah, my Mario power up is my favorite one. 11. If your dreads had a personal motto, what would it be? I remember this question from the first time I answered the Dreadlock tag, and it is mental. How does hair have a motto? If my hair had anything to say, it would be turn off the lights, I'm not ready to get out of bed yet. 12. If you could start a new set of dreads, would you do anything differently? Yeah, I would not go to a salon and have them waxed. I would probably use the neglect method, because that kind of goes with how I view dreadlocks as I view them now. I view them now more as a lack of doing things to your hair rather than a doing of things to your hair. 13. Is there anything else unique about your appearance other than dreadlocks? And even though I answered this a year ago, nothing has changed between now and then. I'm still very vanilla. I have no piercings or tattoos, nothing that involves a needle. I'm gonna class my beard as being something unique and cool though. You may disagree, but you'd be wrong! 14. How many people do you know personally with dreadlocks? Personally, does that mean like know them? I only know one person in physical form with dreadlocks, but I know many people on the internet that I've gotten to know through doing this stuff, but they might all be sort of robots, like made from computer programs. I cannot prove to you that they exist. 15. Have any employers turned you down for having dreads? Any wanted you because of your dreads? I don't really think so either way. I haven't exactly searched for a lot of jobs. I'm still a very lazy student that is, instead of doing a real job, sitting here and talking to a camera for the fun of it. I've gotten a lot of opportunities from having dreadlocks, from doing this blogging stuff, and I won't be able to do this blogging stuff without the dreadlocks, so that's a plus. But I don't think they've made a massive impact in my sort of employment history, really. 16. What is the weirdest question you've gotten about your dreads? Dumbest, funniest, most common. I get so many weird ones through Lazy Dreads. The most weird ones, the weirdest ones, are ones that generally start with, my friend said this, or my friend heard this, or my friend's mom said this. Personal ones that have been asked me personally when I was in high school, I used to get asked, do you do those every morning? Yeah, because I go home and I brush them out, and then in every morning I re-dread my whole hair, because that's how it works. I really shouldn't have been so sort of negative towards these things, because people genuinely don't understand, but I kind of found the questions to be crazy, so I gave them sort of crazy-eyed responses. 17. Have you ever had any freak accident or embarrassing moment involving your dreads? My entire life is a sort of perpetual freak accident embarrassing moment. No, you'd think that I would have had, because they are sort of like the hair equivalent to a banana peel in a cartoon. You know, you expect things are gonna happen, but they really don't. Apart from that, that was a freak accident. 18. Do you have any dreaded role models? If so, who? No one has any role models with dreadlocks because they're all dirty hippies. Not role model material. While that is not true, I also don't have anyone specific that comes to mind to be a role model. Although I can't think of anyone specific that I have in role model, dreadlocked or not. It is not something I've put a lot of thought into. 19. What dreaded YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with in real life? I have gotten to know quite a few dreaded YouTubers. Some of them are really, really nice people that I would want to meet in real life, but I am still too shy to say on camera who they would be, because I can only imagine if they're sat watching this video, so they're sat looking this way, and they're watching me here, and if, you know, they heard their names read out and they're like, what's he saying my name for? I would want to meet him in real life. He's a weirdo. And that would, you know, make me sad, so I am not confident enough to say who I would like to meet from YouTubes. 20. Who are you gonna tag? Of course, it's a tag, so I have to tag people. You are now obligated to tag. Answer. Yes, answer the tag. If you watch this video, you're now obligated to answer the tag. So that means that you will have to get the questions that are listed in the description. So down here in the description section, you'll find them and you have to answer them. I mean, you don't have to answer them all, but you can find a question and answer it in the comment section. Or if you're feeling particularly creative this day, you can create your own video with the questions and answer them. And then if you really want, if you want me to see it, you can take the link from your video and put it in the comment section of my video, and then I will see it and I will come and watch it, and we will all have tagging things. I really don't know if there's a word to describe that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you... what's the opposite of learn? Hope you haven't forgotten something. I hope watching this hasn't melted your brain and, you know, you've forgotten things. Hope you've at least learnt something, if not just how crazy I am. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Farewell! Goodbye!